me when.
Okay, I've started recording mine.
You've got to tell me the questions, I don't have anything here. Do you need to tell me?
I thought I sent a picture of them.
Hello everybody, my name is Scarlett.
And my name is Lydia.
And today we are going to be doing a video on how to get the top grades in your exams.
First ever video on this channel. We are called LSO Revision. We are a completely free resource and we'll be posting regularly about how to get your top grades, your 8s and your 9s at GCSE.
Okay.
So we should get straight into it, I guess.
Let's get straight into it, yeah. Do you want to ask the first one or?
Okay, so what are your top revision techniques and tips?
So tip 1, exam questions. Exam questions are so important for you to test yourself, get the keywords right that you actually need to get the marks in your GCSEs, because it's all very well knowing the knowledge, but actually applying it can sometimes be really difficult for people. So practice essay questions, practice maths questions, science questions is excellent, great resource.
One top tip that I have is blurting. It's where you basically put the heading of the topic and give yourself a time limit, say 15 minutes, to just word vomit everything that you know about that topic onto that page, and you write it all down, and then in a separate colour you come back to it and you write all the stuff you didn't know so that you know what you need to revise the most.
Tip number 3 is flashcards and posters. They're really important to actually help put it in your brain, get it all in there, you know. For example, testing yourself on English quotes, writing it down. I did that for my exams, and that really helped me remember them because they're quite tricky sometimes, especially Shakespeare. And geography, keywords, history, dates, all of that is really helpful for flashcards and posters.
Can I just say one thing? Can you just move back a little bit? Tip number 4, this one is so important, and I'm currently using this at the moment for an exam that I have coming up. We're in year 12, by the way, and it's making your specification into a checklist. This is so important because that specification is everything that you need to know. So if you check through all those points and you know everything on that specification, then that should be everything you need to know in your exam. So that is such an important technique, is just checking to make sure you know all those points, and maybe even using them to then make your notes is really important.
Okay, great. Tip number 5, revision websites. These are so important. There's loads and loads of them, like Maths Genie, Dr. Frost, My Science GCSE. We're all going to comment it down below. We're all going to link it down in the description so you can just check them out.
Tip number 6 and 7, videos is tip number 6. This one is so important because it gives you another way of revising as opposed to just taking notes from a textbook. And this really was a way that it was a really way that we revised a lot for our GCSEs and currently for our A-levels. And the final tip is quizzing each other. We did this a lot leading up to mocks and GCSEs. It's so important because it's quick fire. Do you know it? Do you not know it? And this is really important. So yeah.
Okay.
Can I just go and grab the folder that I'm going to show?
So Lydia, how do you best organise your notes? Okay. How do you best organise your revision notes?
So one of my top recommendations for organisation is taking your notes from class or your revision notes and putting a little post-it, I don't know if you can see that, with the date and the topic, and then filing it away into your folder. This is a really good way to keep all your revision notes in check, keep them all organised, and then you can put them all into topics. So you can organise them all into filing. You can organise them all into sections. So you know this whole topic is chapter 1, this whole topic is chapter 2. This is especially helpful for the sciences. Another thing is to make sure you keep all your notes. This is so important because even if you're watching this video and you're in year 10 or year 9, keep the notes that you made then, because you know you're never going to go back to that topic. Your teacher's never going to reteach you the topics that you learned at the beginning of the GCSE course. So make sure you keep all your notes, just so that you've got them all there. You might not ever use them, but you might need them as well, and you don't want to throw them away and then regret it. And your revision, and one way that you can do this is through writing a list of all the topics that you need to study. So for example, in physics, I kind of was struggling a bit with physics last year, so I put in order the topic that I found the hardest to the topic I found the least hardest, and worked out how many days I had and divided it up, so I knew that each day I had to cover 2 topics, and then I could do that in order, and it really, really helps me improve my grade so much. So if you really focus on your weaknesses, that will help so much. It will really improve.
That way is a great way to manage your time effectively, because there's no point revising topics that you're quite good at. So it's about finding the ones that you kind of struggle with, so you spend more time revising that subject.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How much work should you be doing at night? This is probably a very, very popular question to be asked. So
at this moment, if you're just about to do your mock exams, I would say probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, absolute maximum. But that includes all your homework as well as revision.
Just make sure that you take a break if needed. Like if one day you're like, I just want to do an hour tonight, that is absolutely fine. If you are struggling to actually get yourself to a point where you can revise substantially, make sure that you gradually increase it. So it's going to be a curve that goes like this. So make sure you start maybe now doing, I don't know, half an hour to an hour a day, if that's all you can do, and then build up maybe 5 minutes each day, 5 minutes each day, 5 minutes each day, and then you'll gradually be able to reach that point. Do you want to ask the next question?
Oh, sorry, is it my turn? I can't even read it. Oh, sorry, Lydia, it's not working. What do you do? Sorry, it keeps turning. What do you do if what do you do if your mock grades are not what you expected?
Well, this is actually probably a question that a lot of the year 11s are facing at the moment, because you guys are doing your mocks or on your way to do your mocks. And we both have experience of when mock grades went wrong. I got a 5 in my English mock before and came out of the exam with the top grade of an A star, or the equivalent now of an 8. And I never thought I'd be able to move up 3 grades from a 5 to an 8 at the end, but you can do it. Sometimes getting a bad mock grade is so important because it helps you to show you what you need to do and use that as a tool.
Okay, let me start again. Oh, sorry, Siri turned on. Siri started talking to me. About, I think it was the December mock, so the mocks that you'll probably be sitting now, I got 6, and I was kind of disappointed because I put a lot of work and effort into it. But when I got my test back, I went through and it kind of helped me, because I was like, okay, now I know I need to revise this topic, and this topic. And it was just a really helpful resource. So actually doing tests and getting bad results isn't the end of the world. It can actually help you get a 9 or top grades, because that's what I got in the end. Cool.
Next question. What do you do if one paper in your mocks or in your real exam goes completely wrong?
To put it out of your mind, you've got to throw it away, thinking, I know it's difficult, but that's done. I can't change that. That's already done. I'm now going to focus on my other exams in front of me.
And I know that it's like really, really, really hard for us to stand here or sit here and tell you, because I literally had this exact experience where my maths was my strongest subject, and I can't even add 3 grades from a paper, and one of my mocks just went really, really wrong. But then the next papers went fine and it built up my marks. You have to remember, there's not just one paper that you have to think about. You have to think about all of them. I'm going to go and steal that paper and, write on the answers. You can't do anything about it. So the best thing to do is to, as much as you can, try and move on.
Okay, am I asking this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you manage stress?
We are going to do further videos specifically on this topic, so we don't want to go into too much details, but I would recommend taking a 3-legged chair approach, and this means that you need to have 3 things in your life in balance in order for the chair to stay balanced and for it to not fall over. One of the leg chairs, I don't know how you say it, chair legs, is rest, one is revise, and one is sleep. and eating well as well. So sleep and eat, that kind of comes into the same one. Make sure that you are doing these 3 things. Like, don't just be revising 24/7, because that you're not going to get the top grades by doing that. And we can look back and say that because we were those people who were revising non-stop and it burnt us out sometimes, and you really don't want to do that. And I really want to emphasize, I know how hard it is, but you really have to keep those things in balance. I have written on my paper here, chill. I literally have just chill. Just, this is what I should have said to myself, because if you don't, you'll burn out. And I burnt out, and you know, it was not good.
We will cover all this in a later video, so please subscribe, turn on notifications, like all our videos so that we can post more and that you can get your answers to your questions.
Yes. So how do you find the best revision technique to suit you?
So this is really important, and we've actually attached a quiz below in the comments to see what kind of learning style. Sorry. We've actually attached.
Again.
And we've actually attached the quiz in the description below, so please check that out and complete that, because there's no point doing flashcards if flashcards don't work for you, or doing posters if that's not the best way to revise, because it's all very well doing the hours, but it might not go in, so you want to revise effectively, and that's just having the best learning style, and the way to find that out is doing the quiz below.
Also trying out different things. Like, don't be scared to like, oh, I've never watched a video about a topic before, so it might not work. No, you need to have the attitude of, I'm going to try and watch this video and see if it works, because if you never try anything new, then you never know what's going to work. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm
just getting up. How do I... Okay. So this is the quick one, isn't it?
Mm.
Okay. So how do I create the best revision timetable?
Well, the answer to that question is, we will do it in the next video. We really want to make a video on this, and so comment down below if you'd like to see that. Make sure you subscribe and turn on those post notifications, because we will make a video on this if you guys want us to. That will be our next video. Also, if you guys want specific subject videos, we will be making them for all different topics, for science, maths, English, languages, all of them. So make sure that you guys comment down below, and please hit that subscribe and do whatever you do, share with this and all that. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, have a great day, and hopefully
good luck. And good luck with your mocks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.